The idea of beauty has slowly been constructed within the film industry and new media over the course of several years, and these constructed ideas have become ideals within our society that are upheld to the highest standards. The focus is now more on outer appearances and superficial beauty than qualifications or anything else, creating a link between beauty and the status that individuals hold. Like money, beauty can be perceived as a form of currency that will help individuals to achieve more things, mainly due to their looks.
True beauty is the highest currency we have. Now, without it, she would be nothing.
Through looking at the presentation of beauty within several films, I will analyze how it is used to present the characters with a status, and how beauty or appearances can be symbolic for a rise or fall in this. First, the film directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, The Neon Demon, is a psychological horror thriller film that critiques the modeling industry and visually shows the horrors of the sector. Using visual metaphors and imageries, Refn highlights how fame and success due to your looks can be deadly and bring you to insanity, critiquing how our society is structured and the way we only focus on appearance. The Devil Wears Prada is a film about a fashion icon, the magazine that she owns, and the new apprentice. The film is already very much based on beauty, fashion, and outer appearances, so it is no wonder when that becomes an essential within the characters' lives as well. The new apprentice, Andy, played by Anne Hathaway, is not the typical employee at a fashion magazine and quickly notices that the way she dresses affects the way that people act towards her and treat her. Once she changes this, her career quickly climbs and she gains more and more attention from fellow peers and her boss. The film once again underlines the theme of beauty and how it affects status. Andy's change in clothing help her gain her footing in the industry and help her gain respect from the people around her, implying that the way she looks and her superficial beauty is a reason for her success. This film also brings forth the idea that beauty and consequently fashion affects us all in some way or another.
I see. You think this has nothing to do with you.
This idea can also be seen in the film Pretty Woman. Vivian makes a transformation from low-class prostitute to a classy woman, showing how the change in her appearance affects her social status and the way she is perceived. The contrast between the image of a prostitute, which is often looked down upon, and the high-class woman will underline the impacts of societal rules and the construct of beauty. Not only does this film show how outer appearances can affect someone's status, but how status can affect an outer appearance. In She's the Man, the typical makeover trope is used to show the rise of power for a character. However, in this film, the character does not go from bland to beautiful, making everyone notice them or gain a popularity or power. The character goes from woman to man in disguise. Thus, this elevation in power and status, like the one in Mulan, originates from the idea that becoming a man can facilitate your way in life, questioning how having the appearance of a man can change the course of action for an individual. This then goes deeper into the question of why our society still perceives this inequality between the genders and why one leads to a higher status quicker. Mulan is in the same category as She's the Man, as they both question how becoming a man can help change your way in life. Mulan changing her appearance gives her the chance to elevate herself in a society where women were only supposed to look pretty and marry well in order to get their family's honor. This film shows that not only becoming beautiful, but in general changing your appearance can have an effect on the individual story, and more often than not have an effect on your social status. The Danish Girl beautifully portrays how the decision to follow your heart and so be comfortable in your own skin can bring joy to yourself but lower you socially in rank by the judgment of others. It shows how long appearances have been a vital belief system in our society and how it often controls how others react around you. Lily, played by Eddie Redmayne, finds her own beauty within herself but is not seen to be beautiful by the outside world. This is another layer of this discussion and theme that is woven into it. Miss Congeniality plays with the stereotypes of beauty and mocks them by using irony. This film shows the qualities that go deeper than skin and how a character does not need to change completely to fit into society's ideals. This film falls into the same category as I Feel Pretty, as they both critique the way beauty has become such a vital part within our community. The irony of this film being set in a pageant also gives a nice backdrop to Gracie Hart's relentlessness of keeping true to herself regardless of being pretty or not. Lastly, I Feel Pretty is a modern twist on the makeover concept. The character has a mental makeover when she hits her head during her spinning classes, making her believe that she has magically turned extremely beautiful, even though this isn't the case. Through this newfound belief in her own beauty, Renee gains extreme amounts of confidence, which help her to get a better job and ultimately the status she wants. This is a critique of the amount of importance society, mainly women, take on their looks and figures and mock these ideals by showing that it should not matter. The film shows how beauty is seen as extremely important in our society, but that with the confidence you can also reach these things, putting another spin to my theme and showing a different side to beauty and status. All of these films tie issues together in order to show how beauty and society affect each other and how these can be visually portrayed in different ways. It is important that we understand these concepts of beauty and status as they reflect the society and the importance this theme has taken within it.